Hey, it's Don. Welcome to So Awkward. So I just joined Car2Go, some kind of car sharing service, because my car was stolen and I don't have a car anymore. And I was just approved after a few days of having to be approved or whatever. And I have the app, and my app says that there's a car right outside of my apartment. My apartment is that, and I think I see the car. Where is it? I think I see it over there. Let's check it out. This is the first time I'm doing it. Yeah, in fact, it's right there. Hold on.
You're watching So Awkward. This is Freddy Krueger saying hi.
This car is, it's small. It's like a little toy car. It's part of the reason I joined, because they look fun to drive. But now that I'm standing in front of it, I could fit it in my pocket. I'm not even sure if I'll fit in it. I'm about 6 feet tall. I mean, I'm not huge, but this is really small.
Hello and welcome to Car2Go.
It's actually quite spacious. I mean, I'm a tall guy, and there's plenty of legroom. Welcome, Donald Pfeffer. I have to put in my 4-digit code, which I set up when I joined. I confirm that I'm a Car2Go. Yeah, accept. Does the vehicle have any visible damage? I'm gonna say no. Although am I supposed to look? Remove the ignition key from the holder to the right of the display. Place the car key in the ignition, which is next to the gear shift. It's down here, that's weird. Press your foot on the brake and turn the key clockwise to start the engine. Okay. Do not allow yourself to become distracted by the Car2Go navigation and entertainment system. Remember to pay attention to traffic and follow the rules of the road. It is not turn the music off, because I'm going to talk to you people. Oh man, this thing stops on a dime. Oh, now there's a biker coming. Oh, this is weird. I wish Jester was here. I haven't gotten out of the parking spot yet. Oh, this is weird. I feel like I'm at Disney World, like I'm on a ride at Disney World. There's like a GPS built into the dashboard, that's pretty sweet. Alright, I'm parked. I'm back home. Let's see if we can figure out how to get out of this car. Please check windows closed, light off, and parking brake applied. I mean, I'm in park. Do I have to put the Car2Go is an authorized park? Yes. Upon exiting, closing all doors, your trip will automatically end in 15 seconds. Shall we?
You can now complete your trip. Thank you, and we hope to see you again soon.
Hey, it's Don. It's about 3:30 the next morning. I'm about to go to work, so we're gonna see if Car2Go works for going to work. The app says there's 1, 2, 3, 4, really 3 close by, right outside my apartment. I'm so I'm going there. I'm trying to frame this so you can see both of them. There's actually 2 right here, but I'm not gonna take these 2. I see a third one a little farther down. It looks easier to get out. Where I live, there's mostly on-street parking, and people park really tightly. Alright, I found my Car2Go, and as you can see, there's another one right across the street. So, that bodes well. Do you want to open the vehicle and start the rental? Yes.
Hello and welcome to Car2Go.
Hey, I'm back. I'm doing it again. I'm going to Jester's now because I pretty much only go 2 places. I go to work and I go to Jester's. I've got a bag of stuff. I think there's Snickers in there, Pop-Tarts, toys. Well, the last driver got a soda pop belly and didn't throw it away. That's tacky. This one has a scratch on the back, so I'm just going to type in that. Please report any issue that could potentially hinder safe use of the vehicle. You're not required to report small cosmetic damages, scratches. Okay, so I'm not going to report that. Looks like no damage. How do I report that they left their trash in it? I'm getting a hang of driving this thing a little bit better. It still feels like Mario Kart. The radio came on to the last station I had, which I'm assuming was a different car, so I don't know if when I put in my code, it remembers the radio station I listened to, because I was listening to like a 80s pop station, because that's all I listen to. And I can't imagine that's very popular.
Though it's right, never hurt you. Though it's right, but I guess that's why they say every rose
Has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn. I'm done. Every cowboy sings a sad. Oh hi. I didn't see you there. Overall, I really like Car2Go. I think it's a pretty good service. Does it replace having a car? Not for me. I have a full-time job that I drive to when I had a car. So it's a little expensive. I think it's like 40 cents a minute, but there's also a $1 fee, a driver protection fee for each trip for, I think it's the first 100 trips. After I've had 100 trips, which I'm not even close to yet, they get rid of that fee. And then there's tax on top of it. So getting to work at like 4 o'clock in the morning when there's no traffic and no rain is about $7. So we're looking at a round trip of about $14, $15, $16 depending on traffic, which isn't that bad. But if you're doing that 5 days a week for the rest of your life, you may as well just buy a car. But if you live in the city and there's Car2Go's available and you don't need to drive every day, it's a really cool service. They're really fun to drive. At first, it feels weird. Like there's a learning curve. Like it took me about a week to really get comfortable. But then past that, I wasn't just comfortable. I was having a lot of fun. They're really good cars. If I'm currently shopping for a new car. If I was rich, I would buy like a little smart car like this because it's a really cool car. It's really good for city driving. It's fast, it's zippy, you can parallel park like a boss. It's a smooth ride and it stops on a dime and it accelerates really quickly. It's a great car. I like it. It's just fun to drive. Whether or not they're available in your area, I think you'll know, because even before I signed up, one of the reasons I signed up is because I would see them everywhere. I come out of my apartment and I just see them. I'm lucky because I see them everywhere at work, and at Jester's house they're all over there, which is the 3 places I go: home, Jester's, and work. Only one time did I ever have to walk farther than a block to find a car. I had to walk 3 blocks. Only time. So as I was walking to it, I thought, well, what if I walk all this way and somebody takes it? So I went to the thing and I clicked on the car and it said, you can reserve the car up to a half hour. So that's pretty sweet. So while you're walking a little ways to it, nobody can take it. Ultimately, I'm going to buy a new car. I thought in the back of my mind, pie in the sky fantasy, maybe a service like this would replace owning a car. It might for somebody. If you don't drive every day, and if you don't require transportation to get to work. I've been biking lately and taking the bus, but I live in Minnesota, and as Ned Stark would say, winter is coming. Yeah, I'm not going to be biking in the tundra of Minnesota's winters. But if you don't have to drive every day, look into it, because it's a really good service. The cars are great. I didn't have a single problem with any of the cars. They all are well maintained and drive fine. You don't need insurance. You don't need to buy gas. I think if you do buy gas in one of them, they reimburse you for it. It's just a really cool service, and they're a lot of fun, bottom line. But for your mileage may vary, pun not necessarily intended. For me, I need a car because I'm not going to be paying $15 every day just to get to work. You know, after a few months, I could have bought a car already. But as a service, after my car was stolen, and while I'm still waiting to buy a new car, it's been a godsend. Because sometimes I don't want to bike to work. And I work at like 4 o'clock in the morning, which is before I can take a bus. And sometimes it's raining. So sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and it's raining. And I'm like, I'm not biking today. I'll take a Car2Go and I'll take a bus home. So it's been a really cool service, and I'm glad it exists. And I recommend checking it out if it sounds like something that would fit your lifestyle. I can't stress that enough. If anybody from Car2Go is watching, my one big suggestion, other than make it a little cheaper, make it 30 cents a mile and get rid of the $1 fee, because that's lame. But anyway, my main suggestion is having a bike rack on the back of the cars. That would be so perfect, because you're not going to fit a bike in this thing because it's so small. Because sometimes I'll think to myself, oh, I don't feel like biking to work today. So I wish I could like take a Car2Go at 4 o'clock in the morning, or if it's raining, and just put my bike on a bike rack and then bike home. Or just driving somewhere that I want to have, like somewhere where like that's cool to bike for a while, and then take the Car2Go back home. I just think bike racks seems like a perfect fit for this service. I'm not saying they all need to have them, but you know, put some bike racks on some of them. I think that's because there are some mornings where I don't feel like biking, but I bike anyway because I don't feel like paying $15 to do the Car2Go. But I would be willing to pay $7 if I knew I could just bike home. So bike racks, get on it, Car2Go. But anyway, yeah, I give a thumbs up to the service. I liked it. I thought it was fun, but ultimately, I don't think it replaces a car. But I don't know if it's meant to. I think it maybe is just meant to help out people who don't own cars, don't want to own cars, or don't need to. Like if you live in like the city, it'd be perfect. Anyway, that's my Car2Go review. I like them. I'm glad I joined. But I need a car. Anybody selling a car out there in Minneapolis? Drop me a line.
Oh, I think every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn.